I found the perfect apartment online, a green sanctuary miles from the city chaos. The landlord, living overseas, told me to just go, take the keys, and stay the night. If I liked it, I could rent it. Looking back, I think he wasn't being trusting. I think he was being hopeful that anyone would finally stay. It was a corporate relocation that landed me there. Bangalore, a new project, no place to live. I needed something furnished, something I could walk into. I found it on a marketplace listing. The photos were unbelievable. Not a concrete jungle in sight, just endless green paddy fields and coconut trees, reachable only by a narrow, lonely road that cut through open countryside. It was an oasis. I contacted the owner. He was in another country. He said, go to the apartment, ask the guard for the keys, stay the night, see how it feels. I thought he was just a remarkably relaxed person. That first night at midnight, driving that dark, empty stretch, I felt like I'd won the lottery. The place was beautiful, immaculate. A huge artistic clock on the wall, a balcony overlooking nothing but darkness and the shapes of trees. I slept peacefully. I texted him in the morning, I'm taking it, it's perfect. I convinced my sister to move in with me. It was closer to her office. We thought we were so lucky. The strangeness started small, the kind of thing you explain away. There was a utility room. The door had a habit of locking itself, trapping whoever was inside. It happened 3 times. The third time, the security guard had to jump from the balcony to get my sister out. We just started wedging the door open. Problem solved, right? Then I noticed my sister wasn't sleeping when I came home late. Lights on in every room. She'd just be sitting, waiting. She said she felt scared alone. I told her it was new place jitters to stop watching scary movies. She did. She still waited up. A few weeks in, I was being driven home along that isolated road. My driver asked if the place scared me. I said no, it was peaceful. As we talked, I looked out the window. I saw 2 figures standing right at the edge of the road in the paddy fields. 2 women. Their faces were completely covered, wrapped tight in cloth, like part of a sari wound so meticulously I couldn't see a single feature. Just dark shapes against the darker field. It was odd, but I reasoned it away. Maybe they were cold, maybe they wanted privacy. You find reasons. The feeling in the house was growing though, a heaviness. I turned to my faith. Every morning I'd perform a prayer ritual and ring a sacred bell, a metal ganti, to cleanse the space. I rang it loudly, walking through every room. And then, as I was ringing it, the bell broke. The solid metal clapper just snapped and fell to the floor. I stared at it. You can't break metal by ringing it. I hadn't hit it on anything. It just gave way. It felt less like an accident and more like an answer. 2 months in, my sister called me at work, panicked. All the lights in the house were flickering madly. The electrician was there, baffled. He said all the wiring was perfect, the electricity was fine, but the lights wouldn't stop. A chaotic, frantic blinking in every room except the kitchen, which was just dead. Nothing fixed it. Late that night, after everyone left, I switched off the main power. I sat in the total dark with a bottle of vodka. I said out loud to the empty air, if you're here, if you want to show yourself, do it now. I want to see you. I waited until 4 a.m. Nothing happened. In the morning, I switched the power back on. Every light worked perfectly, as if the whole event had never occurred. My sister's friend came to stay with her once. Within minutes, she was asking pointed questions about the apartment's history, about a photo of a child in the kitchen we'd never questioned. She pulled my sister aside and said, I feel a very dark energy here. You should move out. I dismissed it. I told my sister not to feed the fear. Then, a few days after seeing the women, I was driving that same road in daylight. At the exact same spot, I saw 2 graves. 2 simple, unmarked graves in the paddy field. The coincidence was a physical weight in my chest. My manager at work, who'd always teased me about the cheap rent, said something that stuck like a thorn. If there's something negative in a place, it won't let you move out. It will trap you there. The apartment began to feel different, heavy, oppressive. I became irritable, my relationship strained. My sister was a wreck. Then one afternoon, I heard it, a rhythmic knocking. Knock, knock, pause, knock, knock. For 40 minutes, I traced it to her bathroom. The moment I stepped inside, it stopped. The pipes were silent. The walls were just walls. But the worst was still coming. Very late one night, I was working in my room. I heard a violent banging on my door, my sister screaming. I yanked it open. She was hysterical. There's something in my room. I ran in. It was empty. She was trembling, whispering. She'd been asleep, felt safe because I was home. Then she felt fingers tickling her. She's never been ticklish in her life. She thought it was me playing a prank. She told it to stop. It tickled her again. Then it grabbed her arm. She showed me. red, twisted marks on her skin. That's when she opened her eyes. She saw a dark figure, small like a child, running away from the bed. From that night, she refused to sleep in her room. She slept on the sofa, begging me to stay awake. The terror in her eyes was real. I told her to leave, to stay with a friend. I'd find us a new place. She packed a bag and was gone in an hour. I found a new apartment within a week. We did a cleansing ceremony before we moved in, but I had to go back one last time to return the keys and get the last of our things. I went in daylight. The place was empty, but it felt occupied. The balcony door was wide open, which it never was. Outside, the sacred basil plant we kept, the tulsi, was destroyed. The pot was shattered, the plant torn apart. A protective artifact we'd hung on the wall was smashed to pieces. It felt deliberate, a removal of anything good. I went inside to the kitchen. Even in daytime, the interior felt unnaturally dark. As I was leaving the kitchen, I felt it. A hand on my back. Not a blow, not a shove. The presence of a hand. A cold, heavy pressure through my shirt. Every hair on my body stood up. I ran. I dropped what I was carrying, ran out, gave the key to the guard, and I never, ever looked back. I drove away from that green oasis, and I have never returned. I don't know what was in that apartment. A child's spirit, something connected to those graves by the road. I don't know if the landlord knew. I only know the marks on my sister's arm were real. I know the weight of that hand on my back was real, and I know some places aren't just houses, they're invitations, and once you accept, they do everything they can to make sure you never leave. Have you ever felt a presence in a place that was just supposed to be home?